South Africa's film and TV industry, as well as fans, are mourning the death of actor Presley Chweneyagae. The 40-year-old acted in Oscar-winning movie Tsotsi. He went on to play the role of Cobra on Mzansi Magic's The River. Newsroom Africa's Ngobile Madlala is live in Pretoria at the family's home. Ngobile, very good evening to you. This is possibly one of the most toughest times, not only for South Africans, but I can imagine for the friends and family of Presley. I mean, the sun has set and that reality is now really beginning to set in that he is no longer.
Indeed, Katleho. In fact, a lot of people that are here are sharing memories of what they will always remember about him, the sort of work that he did. We've heard some of his colleagues talking about how brilliant he was in his work. One of the interesting reactions that we heard was that he actually used to come up with his own lines and some of his characters. And a lot of people have remembered him using the word massive, but also using bombastic words in his acting.
Yeah, into one. Internalize it. Already reflected that's what I hate. You know, like Dinganga said, but when they are fight, I can't wrong understand. But when lady Baja breakfast take us steroids. But sure the bulldog was over 5.
Bulldog ya
Sadika.
Lele bioscope must not shoot the camera.
Nageleka and a quick work I get sent him in like a mantarian and kids and a panic and bobo. Kitchelega bulletproof. Ne? Kira. Kiva level let's a fella be an acarabo stable in Yanaba. Baba Gimakwa, La Baisa Leba Fanagima Reserve. Hey, Nago Kikai. Kikopi. Give a leader right from the front. Yeah. Only one only busy dasu. I keep at Sayane, Kurunagas Cabantebella Matu. Kukakariki Chile Halaya food. Yeah, wasn't the Belle Momatu. Yeah.
Heard from one of his colleagues who was saying to us that actually those were some of the things that he sort of put in the script by himself. So it was very creative in his work. But at the same time, we've heard that he was a person who was quite hands-on in the community that he lived in. So some of his friends also within the space here in Pretoria, as well as some of his neighbors, speaking about the kind of work that he was or the kind of person that he was. But what we understand as well, Katleho, is that he was also a man that was in theatre, which we understand was his first love. And now we are going to bring in a friend, but also a person that knew him from theatre. And I want you to perhaps just paint a picture for us when you first met him.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Motlatsi Leseka. I met Presley at the South African State Theatre. At that time, I was just somebody that was sharing the same space with him. I wouldn't say we were friends or even recognized as a colleague at that time. And we met at the South African State Theatre. I was at that time training, and he was one of the top actors already at that time.
And how was it like to work in the same space with him?
Every day is a fun day. Was a fun day with him.
What was he like?
Okay, Presley has always been a person that sees humor in a lot of things. Be it you would think this is a problem, this is should be painful, but he will be able to find humor in it and make everybody feel comfortable with it.
And I understand that your guys' friendship moved out of theatre into your own homes. This is where you met his family. What kind of a man was he towards his family?
Okay, when I met his family, when I met the wife, to be specific, it is exactly 8 years ago. We were both pregnant at that time. We went to see an event. In the space that we're working in, you get close to your people, but you never get to know their family members. It was one of the sweetest thing to see the other part of him, because that's what his family is. So we met at that time at the South African State Theatre. We were both, me and the wife, were both pregnant at that time.
And now that you're here and you know that you'll never have to share the same memories that you have, and perhaps these as far as you can go with these memories, how do you feel?
It is sad. It's sad. There's no words to even express how we're feeling, honestly. It's still new. we're talking about the times we spent with him. It's still new. It hasn't sunk in. I'm going to be honest with you. It hasn't sunk in.
And having been able to go to the family, what sort of message were you passing towards them?
We can only remember the good times we spent with him. That's all.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. Well, Katleho, there's a lot more people that are here that are still waiting to have that conversation that we are having with each other, sharing those moments that they had with Presley and the kind of work and the kind of role that he played in their lives. And that, of course, continues behind me, but also the family that is also still going through the pain of losing a son, also just going through the emotions.
Certainly a very sad day in the TV and film industry, and I can't imagine what it's like for those friends and families, but we will continue to bring reaction.
Thank you to the revolutionary Mokwena family. Yeah, pela ke rona re mekile sure gore re leader that coup d'etat. Bona din katlametse ke ba gagotse. Le ka be le sehiso. Pila le tshwantse le make sure gore le tsa ra Kadiaka the new CEO.
Somebody